Welcome back, everybody. I'm here now with that full forecast. Starting you with these current temperatures, we're at a pretty warm spot. I mean, you got to think we haven't hit the triple digits in a while, so we're not in the 90s anymore. We're in the 80s this time. 82 degrees right now in San Angelo, 87 up here in Abilene. Still seeing those warmer temperatures up here in the big country, because that's where closer to where that high pressure is focused in. The areas that saw that rain down here in the Edwards Plateau, they're in the 70s already, as low as 73 degrees here in Ozona, 78 in El Dorado, 77 in Sonora. But it will continue to be a average night for most of us. You see the average is about 73 degrees. That's the low we're looking at here in San Angelo. A bit cooler, 72 up here in Abilene. It's the only place in the 60s. Ozona right here at 69 degrees. And then you see Big Lake, El Dorado, Sonora, Junction all sitting at 70 right next to it. So again, a very calm night that we're going to be seeing, but we're going to get over the next couple of days and continue to have those upper 90s, 98 degrees on Friday and Saturday. The weekend has done a lot of flip-flopping in terms of what it can look like. We thought it was going to be kind of hot. It's cooled down under the 90s, and now it's staying consistent with the rest of the week that we're seeing. And it looks like we'll stay in the 90s through the weekend, but once we hit next week, it looks like we could be back up in those triple digits. But we've had a lot of rain recently, so I wanted to talk a little bit about how much we've seen over these past couple of days between Tuesday and today. Unfortunately, no one got quite up to a full inch, but a lot of people got close. Hawley up here in Jones County getting to 0.88. Robert Lee in Coke County to 0.94. Sterling over here in Sterling County, 0.68 inches. And then, of course, Brady over here, 0.57. San Saba, 0.81. So some people definitely got some good rainfall, but we still saw some worsening drought conditions. Now, granted, this current drought monitor does not include the rain that we saw this week. This is including last week, which was just more of that dry weather. And unfortunately, things have only gotten worse. Taking a look in these two circles here, you can see this large one of the two, we have more of that becoming that dark red, that exceptional drought. And here, this little white space, it used to be the one area where we had no drought whatsoever, but it's continuing to shrink and get worse. And so we've seen areas of extreme drought decrease, but that's mainly because areas of exceptional drought have increased by 8% between these past weeks. But taking a closer look, you can see this little area here that kind of looks like that hand signal. This is that area where we've seen that worsening drought getting into Abilene and further down into San Angelo. And then here's a look at this little pocket that is continuing to shrink and get worsened over the following weeks. And so there's also another bubble here of low drought area getting north or farther north into the big country, and that is continuing to shrink along with the dry conditions in North Texas as well. But hopefully the rain that we saw this week will help out with the drought monitor next week. It's just something we're going to have to wait and find out and see. But wrapping up with your 7-day forecast, we've just got more of the same. Warm temperatures are continuing to stay in those upper 90s. We do have some very, very light rain chances on Saturday for those of you in some of our far southern counties, but do not expect anything much from that.